All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. I just need to do a quick audio check here because OBS has moved some stuff around. So let me just make sure you guys can hear me. You guys can hear the... Can't hear the background music, can you? You guys on YouTube? Good morning, Zoom guys. Good morning, good morning. All good on Zoom? Yeah, all good on Zoom. Just checking you guys on YouTube can hear the background music. Maybe is that good? OBS for some reason had a massive update, so it looks a bit all over the place. But I am in a gold short right now, guys. I'm in a gold short pre-London here, shorting down into a nice double bottom. Oh, let me just put this light on. That's better. Look at that. We can see me now. You guys can hear the... Is the background music all good, Bruno? I think it keeps cutting out a little bit. Let me see if this one works. Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Should be good. Should be good. Let me have a quick look here. Is it a little bit too quiet? Should be back now, Bruno. I don't know why it paused for a second. Let me just have a quick listen here, guys. Let me just have a quick listen. Oh, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I am in a gold short here. I just took this trade right before we jumped on. Just saw this playing out nicely. We grabbed some highs. We got lows down below. Cool. It's back. Is that good enough, Bruno? It's not too loud, not too quiet. It's all good. But yeah, happy Thursday, everyone. This week's absolutely flying by. Flying by. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Great minds think alike. Yeah, you guys, you in this as well, Sean? Nice. Some of you guys in this short? Yeah, nice. Beautiful. It was a really nice, all good, perfect. Thank you, Bruno. Good morning, everyone. If any guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back on with you guys. Not much trading for me went down yesterday personally. You know, I took that initial loss buying gold yesterday. I took like minus, I think $300 on the day, and I pretty much just called it there. I wasn't a huge fan of the daily bias. I wasn't a huge fan of the price action. So I took about minus $300 yesterday and kind of went about the day. Yeah, super clear setup. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. Nice Colin as well. Good job, guys. Good job. My reason for getting short here, guys, is very simple. Super simple. It just happened pre-London here where you wicked out some highs. Well, actually, bigger picture. We closed bearish yesterday. We closed very bearish. We tagged highs. We closed bearish. You can see here in Asia, you come up for this instant top wick. Now, when I see daily bias tagging highs and closing bearish, I can be more neutral today. I'm open to longs and shorts. Why? Because we're still overall bullish, but this did tag highs and close bearish. So, you know, maybe we come back down, we retest yesterday's lows, or we come back down and retrace some sort of resistance. And when I then just dropped straight to my hourly chart, I saw this tagging highs closing with a nice strong bearish engulfing candle. So as soon as I saw this candle closing very bearish, what am I doing on this hour? I'm shorting it all day long. No thought process. So I just took the short on the top wick, wrist off a bit of a 5-minute liquidity grab, and I'm trying to see if we can get it nice down into this double bottom. Because what I'm thinking here on gold is any early buyers are very likely risking off the lows down here. And that's what I'm trying to short into. And there was actually a nice double bottom down here yesterday, which I shorted on my personal pretty late into the day, but took the break even here in Asia. You had some nice lows. I thought we'd squeeze these lows before getting back above, which you still haven't grabbed. So there is some... there's some nice downside on gold today. There is some nice downside targets. But yeah, I am in these shorts here, guys. I am in these shorts. I'm going to see if we can play it down into this double bottom and potentially back down into maybe 48.10. I'm short 2 micros here, risking about $70, $60-$70. Yeah, 4800. Yep, spot. I like that. Like I say, today's daily bias is leaning towards bearishness, but also still pretty neutral. Why pretty neutral? Because we're still very bullish on gold. Like, we've still been breaking higher and higher and higher. Just because we had one bearish day doesn't mean all of a sudden we want to go, you know, too crazy on shorts. I can take shorts, but you know, I'm open to either side here in these markets. But we'll break everything down this morning, guys. We'll look at gold. We'll look at NQ. We can look at silver as well. We'll look at all markets here, guys. Break down these markets. See what we got for the day ahead. Did any of you guys trade much yesterday? Any of you guys take many trades yesterday? Me personally, it was a quiet one. I didn't even really watch coming into New York. I pretty much took a little bit of a day off after that loss in London. I gave them longs a chance that you guys saw right before we jumped off. I got stopped out on that trade, and then I just kind of went about my day. And I was happy to just leave the charts alone for that day. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, good morning. Took that evening star at 6 AM TP at VWAP. Should I hold it longer? No, if that's your TP, that's your TP. If that's your reason to exit because, you know, out of 100 trades, exiting a VWAP pays, fantastic. It's not about should you hold longer, it's about did you plan your trade and did you trade your plan? If the answer is yes, fantastic, you did your job here this morning, good work. Good work. For me personally, my target's back down at the double bottom. Down at this liquidity level, because that's what gold loves to do. You know, if I'm buying gold here, I'm buying up into the resistance. If I'm selling gold, I'm selling gold into support. So for me personally, my target is lower. But again, just because my target's lower, but you still maybe go out of VWAP, that's still a great trade. You know, the evening star down into VWAP is still probably like, you know, what, 80 to 100 ticks, which is amazing. Amazing. Sorry, I'm late. All good, all good. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Took the same trade you did. Basically, my stop was a tad lower. Was able to hold through. Got 2 more combines passed. Nice, Tim. 2 more combines passed. That's absolutely amazing. Good job. 2 combines passed today is absolutely fantastic. Terrible risk reward technically, but I just exited where I passed the combine. I mean, terrible risk reward in the sense of like initial entry, hard stop, etc. But remember, you know, like if I had a hard stop all the way up here is a worst case scenario. Like I'm exiting the trade way before that anyway. So, you know, we look at our risk reward based on where would we actually exit the trade. But nice trade either way. Like, good job on actually seeing the move down, because that's more important. It's not about having the perfect entry, the perfect risk reward. It's about actually seeing the move. And if you saw the move, good job. Good job. Take the same to VWAP. Nice in and out on the other accounts. Fake out, double bottom. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. I may go break even here soon on gold. There's a pretty decent reaction. We got London Open in about 20 minutes here as well, guys. Would you not break even here, Aaron, if the hourly chases? Yes. Definitely. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. If this hourly starts to get back above, look, we're holding support, holding resistance. So yes. My only concern is that my entry is around a level where price could easily retest before going lower. So if I do get stopped at break even, I am open to getting right back in. That's my only concern. My entry is around a nice resistance level. See here, price could easily retest this resistance around 47s and still drive lower. That's why I'm just giving it a little bit of breathing room. If I do go to break even, like I said, it gets me at break even, I'm very open to getting right back into the trade. Because I do like this downside targets into 33s. 33s today. What do you think about NQ? Yep, we'll look at NQ as well. Let me just move it here. Let's not overthink. Let's just move to break even. It stops me at break even, that's fine. We'll look for re-entries when it makes sense. But yes, that's a good point. Wicking out, you know, again, that's what you guys are doing here. Is you're understanding this move up is the same move up on the hourly. So that's the hourly going from, you know, being nice and bearish to the more this 5 minute pushes up, you start to get that steep hourly wick. If that hourly leaves that big wick, you look on the higher time frame, we look to the left, does it make sense? Absolutely. It's the same support that we were buying off yesterday. Here, big support, resistance, big fake out, support. So management level has to be in play here. How much was I up there? I was up around 100 ticks. 100 ticks. And you guys who didn't get the trade, you're like, yeah, that's what you get for trading without us. That's what you get for taking a trade before we jumped on here. Out of break even. Yeah, good break even, mate. Good break even. We may wait until this London Open comes as well. So in the meantime, let's have a look at some other markets here, guys. We'll look at silver, we'll look at NQ, see what we got on all these markets for the day ahead. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Nasdaq. Oh, let me just watch this 5-minute close here on Goldie. Just want to watch this 5-minute close. If we wick like this, this could be enough for us to start driving lower now. If we can, if. We're retesting that VWAP, which is right around kind of where my entry is. So let's see if we break above VWAP or we hold it. I got 1 minute till this 5 minutes going to close. It's also the close of the 15. So let me just see this candle close, then we'll look at some other markets, guys. We'll look at gold, silver, we'll look at NQ, we can have a look at ES, we can have a look at Bitcoin as well. We'll break down all markets this morning here, guys. Thoughts on gold sales until the double bottom at 48.08? Yes, if that's the one down here, yes, I like that as a target. Would I hold this trade all the way down there though? No. I would rather take this trade from here to here, be done, and if I want a second position, maybe I'll take another position. But I wouldn't hold this position all the way down there. Because the most likely thing is, you know, you'll see gold like maybe push down like this, and then you can easily retrace quite a lot. I could then end up giving back a lot of gains to then you bring in the hope to squeeze down more. So personally, if I do see gold coming down to 48.08, which I do also like, I'd rather take my trade from here to here, lock in a couple $100, and if I want to take a new trade, I'll take a new trade when it makes sense. But for me personally, no, I wouldn't hold this trade all the way down into here. It's too big of an intraday trade for me to want to hold that large of a position. But yes, I do also like the double bottom of 48.08. I actually tried to short on my personal last night and got stopped at break even this morning. Let's see here. 15 probably closing bullish. Yeah, 15 closing back bullish. So you probably wick up some highs. There is still potential to get short here on gold. I think if we're going to get short again, it would be around 48.50. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here, guys. So let's have a look at NQ. What do we have NQ for the day ahead? Still absolutely just ripping on NQ. Look at this. NQ is absolutely booming. Who dip bought? Is that a word? Who dip buyed some stocks? Look at this. NQ was down massively. Massively. From the all-time highs, you see NQ down 14.5%. You see huge stocks like Microsoft, Meta, Google, Amazon down 20+%. We're buying that all day long. All day long. And now you have NQ being all the way right back up another 15%. What an absolutely amazing recovery. And guess what? What happens with a lot of these markets is NQ, ES, we never recover off the back of good news. The bad news keeps coming out, the market's recovering, and before you know it, we're right back up. So if you wait for good news to start buying long-term stocks, you miss out on this move. I was dip buying stocks throughout the whole of February, throughout the whole of March, off still bad news, more talks, lots of noise, not waiting for good news to come out, and look at where we are, right back up. So NQ is on an absolutely phenomenal run. As a day trader though, I don't trade NQ, but I imagine as a day trader, this must be very hard to trade. Because it's kind of like when gold was at all-time highs. You feel like you're chasing, you don't want to buy this high, but you also don't want to short. So the only thing to trade NQ is the exact same way we trade gold, is you wait for these pullbacks, wait for the bounces, and then follow the markets. Like this is actually a really nice buy here pre-London. You let price pull back, you buy off the break of VWAP, and there's your trade. But when you're actually peaking new highs, not all-time highs, but new highs on the past, like, you know, month of this move, you have to let price pull back. You know, I would really struggle to be an NQ trader here, to be honest. That's why we like to trade Goldie. But I personally would struggle to be an NQ trader. I look at this yesterday. You broke back above, and you know the thing is, which you can, for me, is easy to write off the cards, is any downside. Like I've said all this week on NQ, even though I don't trade it, I wouldn't sell this market. I would just be continuing to buy and buy and buy and buy, even if that meant I might miss out on these moves here. I don't really care. Why? Because I know these moves are going to give me the much easier trade. And I want the easy trades, not the trades that are always fighting the markets. So for NQ right now, you've already had this perfect liquidity grab and breakout here. Pre-London and already squeezing higher. So yeah, NQ for London will be very tough. I'm stopped at break even there on Goldie, guys. Stopped at break even. We'll look for gold re-entry soon. NQ, next target, back up into the highs from the 28th of January. 28th of January. Look at that. What an absolutely phenomenal recovery. Usually it's the opposite. Usually you see the ladder down and the staircase up. You saw the staircase down and the ladder up. Look at this. This is a huge run. Any of you guys? Any guys? I know some of you guys did buy some stocks. Where's Chow? Chow, here? Did you buy? I don't know if you did. Did you buy something? Like, this is a phenomenal recovery. I think Tesla's having a nice breakout at the minute as well. I don't own any Tesla, but Tesla's having a nice breakout. Goldie, let's wait for London Open here, guys. Happy to take them shorts off a tag the highs, closing bearish. If you tag the lows and close bullish, could we now be coming for a run back high? Maybe. Let's see. Bought small, didn't buy enough. Yeah, it's always the way, man. Same, me too. Always the way. Didn't buy enough. I cashed out on Google, cashed out on Amazon. And I always say to myself, should have bought more. Should have bought more. But it's always the way. As long as we've made money, it's all that matters. Yeah, I didn't know it'd rip this much. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Not this quick anyway. I actually thought... I was actually... Again, this is why, I guess... You know, longer term investing is different to day trading because it doesn't really matter. But I was kind of thinking on ES that we would potentially come back down and, you know, retest some of these big breakout levels here. And like all of this, I thought we would actually come down lower, back down to like 6,200, and potentially even down more. There was like some gaps from down here on the options charts as well, but didn't quite get there. Are we back at all-time highs on ES? Wow, look at that, almost back at all-time highs. Yeah, I was waiting to buy some more if ES came lower, but I still bought a decent amount here. So ES, we're almost back to all-time highs. Do you get frustrated after you have sold stocks that are now pushing much higher? I closed them yesterday. I closed stocks yesterday. It's not as if I closed like down here. I closed yesterday like all the way up here. I think I made about 20% on Google, made like 17% on Amazon. I'm still long Meta, still long Microsoft, still long Uber. So I know I closed yesterday, which is when these markets were almost back at the highs. Almost back at the highs. Looking for shorts. I've gone over what we're looking for today, man. If you missed it, just go back and watch the YouTube. I've gone over the daily bias. I've gone over what we're looking for today. I've gone over everything, man. We're just letting London Open here now. I've already taken a short trade here. But no, I mean, like, still though, even if I did close, you know, Google yesterday and Google still goes higher, is it a little bit annoying? I mean, yeah, sure, it's a little bit annoying, but I'm not really a stock investor that likes to hold for like a couple of years. You know, I'm like, if I make 15-20%, like I'm taking my money and running. So it's like, yeah, maybe I could pull out a little bit more, but I don't really care too much. Like Google, I was buying from, I can't remember exactly where, like somewhere down here at like 280s, and got out, you know, yesterday. So it still made 17%. Do I care if it rips like an extra, you know, 5%? Not really. The chance of this now pulling back as opposed to continue ripping higher is more likely to pull back. So I don't really care too much. I don't really care too much. Yeah, profit is profit, exactly. We you know, it can make like, I've made over 100,000 this year on stocks. So could I always think, oh, I could have made more, Yeah, of course. But we, as traders, we have to be happy with what we make. Same as if we, you know, we trade gold. We could say, oh, I could have made this, could have made that if I'd held this. But did I plan my trade and trade my plan? Yes, cool. Good job. Yep, 100%. That was the, this was the trade from yesterday as well, guys. This is the trade we took. This is the stop I took, and that was pretty much my one and done for the day. We were trying to get this pullback on gold to come up and retrace into these highs and back up into 48.50. Bought gold here, stopped me out, ended up ripping higher, came all the way back down, and then go all the way right back into that 48.50 into the New York session. So the levels from yesterday, we did play out, but we took a long time to get there. You guys who were here yesterday, we had price to come up and liquidate this resistance and retest 48.50, which we tried to buy. Tried to buy here, tried to buy here, tried to buy here. Took one break even, one loss, came all the way back lower, and then finally got up. I don't know if any of you guys did trade that into New York. I personally didn't. But was there much of an entry to get that long? Yeah, there was. There was. Look at this. Buys into pre-New York yesterday. Like I say, I didn't take the trade, guys. I was done for the day. But you had a nice morning star here, broke back above, and came right back up into our liquidity high. Which, like I say, guys, always good to keep these levels on your charts. See how they play out for the rest of the day. And the liquidity levels for today is these lows down here and this double bottom here as well. That was a really nice move actually. Was there a bit of an hourly morning star? Oh no, that's right. That's right. Ignore me. The reason I didn't take this trade yesterday is because I was actually looking for price to come down and grab hourly lows. And then I was going to take it, but because we didn't grab hourly lows, I wasn't even watching the 30-minute. So there actually wasn't much of an entry up. Then he came all the way back down and all the way back up. So yeah, that's after I saw that, then I was like, yeah, cool. Now I'm done for the day. If you were a bear, that move up after the open on Monday was a killer. Yeah, 100%. And I think again, this is like the whole, like if you're looking at the whole news down here and here and here, it's like screaming how much we're in a bear market, how much of a terrible time it is to buy stocks, blah blah blah. Look at us right now. You know, it's pretty common for Wall Street to get these things wrong, and look at us right back up. ES back at all-time highs. You got NQ back at 26,000. Like, it is just an absolutely insane recovery. But with stocks, yeah, it's not really about. It's about timing the markets to a degree, but stocks I don't really care about having like perfect entries. If they're going to a bit of drawdown on stocks, I think it's a good company with good levels, good projections, good earnings. I'll keep buying. Yeah, literally, and that's an absolute phenomenal recovery. We got London Open coming up in 5 minutes here as well, guys. One trade, one break even this morning here for London. Let's see what London Open gives us. See what London Open gives us here, guys. See if these markets are going to be good to us. Let's see if gold is going to be good to us. Nice double top on silver. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at silver as well. Let's have a look at silver. Let's have a look. I want to see this hourly close here on gold. It's looking like we're going to close pretty indecisive. Pretty indecisive. Let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look. And in terms of news for the day, what do we have? I don't think we have too much. Let's have a look. What do we have today? We got unemployment claims 1:30 London time, and we got some manufacturing index, but to me that's not going to be the mover in the markets. Let's have a look here. What are the main events for today? London Open in 3 minutes here, guys. Let's see. That was a decent recovery there on gold. We may do something like this. Maybe we come up, wick out some highs, and then we start to get back lower. What I'll be looking for is pretty much the same thing. Maybe we come up, grab some highs, we break back below, then cool. Then I'll follow the shorts. I overall want to be ideally shorting gold today. Let's see. We got US jobless claims. Initial claims are expected at 213,000 versus 219,000 prior. While continuing claims, US job data been showing a resilient and even improving labor market. This is not a concern for now. On the contrary, it's good news for growth. Is that all we really have? That's all we really have for the day. Not too much on the calendar, but as we can clearly see, these markets are moving either way. These markets are moving. These markets are moving. Took a loss on the evening star on silver. On the hourly, let's have a look at silver. Was that on an hourly chart or a 30-minute maybe? Let's hourly. Nice. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So silver's still bullish. Like I say, this doji candle doesn't mean it's all of a sudden just time to start taking big sells. That's why my daily bias on gold today is pretty neutral. Which hourly? Let's go to all these levels. Which hourly evening star? The one at 2 a.m. London time. That one I definitely wouldn't take. Did you short this one? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't short that. There's no liquidity grab. There's no targets. There's no breakout. I definitely wouldn't take that trade. If you grab the highest point, absolutely. The reason I'm selling gold right now is because you tagged the range and then you broke back below. This is an evening star just in the middle of right of resistance. I personally definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't short this. Not only is it, you know, not grab the highs, is before that move up. Look how much we pushed. Look at this for a rip up. You just ripped up 279 ticks. Like that's a huge push. So if I really wanted to sell, I'd have to see a decent break back below. But very simple market structure here is you're breaking up, you're pulling back, you're breaking up, pulling back, breaking up. So market structure is bullish here. And if we look to left, look how bullish we are. We're very, 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 very bullish. We've been bullish for this whole run up. So although, like I say, yes, they did tag highs and close bearish. To me, the bias isn't that short today, because we're still massively breaking to the upside. Just because you have one doji candle doesn't mean we're all of a sudden massively bearish. It depends on how we got there. And look how we got to this doji candle. Very, 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 very bullish. Breaking out, retesting, squeezing higher. So we may see silver come back up into like 82s, 83, call it. But the main reason to not short this intraday is because, yeah, you haven't grabbed the highest point. I mean, it did grab this high, yeah, that's true. But that's not enough for me to want to sell it, personally. Or let's say if I did short this, for example, say if I did sell this, as soon as it liquidates previous hourly lows, I'd have to be break even, because below them hourly lows is actually exactly where we should be buying. If you guys watched the video I posted yesterday, I posted it in Discord too. It actually goes over exactly how we could have actually bought below these lows, because you have bigger upside targets up here. So if you guys haven't seen that video, highly recommend to go watch the video I posted yesterday. It's about refining the liquidity and saying how we could have bought below these lows. But yeah, personally, I wouldn't sell that. This is a huge bullish push up, massive, massive, massive bullish push up. One doji candle isn't enough to short. Same as I wouldn't short this. Even though this did sell off, I wouldn't sell this. Why? Because this is a massive bullish engulfing candle with some highs above. I wouldn't short this candle. And I'd be more than happy to miss that trade. Because more times than not, if I sell against a massive bullish candle like this, I am going to get squeezed out. I'm going to get squeezed out. Yeah, if you haven't seen, check out the, I posted it there as well. Let's have a look here. So we've got London opening, guys. Let's have a look on gold. How do we close? We closed holding support and holding resistance. If I'm going to get short here again on gold, I'd maybe get short above previous hourly highs, but right now we're forming support, we're forming resistance, we're ranging. Don't overthink too much. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. Good morning. Can you explain what constitutes a double top or a double bottom? How close they have to be, and what's the significance? It's just, you can just call it equal lows. You can call it double top, double bottom, or you can just call it equal lows. It's just a level where price has bounced near a level of resistance without grabbing the highs or lows. That's what just gold loves to do. You know, it could be a double top like this. That's a double top because it hasn't grabbed the highest point, or it could be like that. Could be more equal highs. If gold hasn't grabbed the highest point, that's where it loves to come up and grab the highs before then potentially selling off. So it's looking at it from the sense of a double top, or just, you know, levels where price hasn't grabbed the highs or lows. Like down, where was the one from? Like here, here's your support. You grab the lows, cool, and liquidity is taken. You haven't grabbed the highs, there's your resistance, liquidity, buying up into it. Like I said, I got a lot more videos on the channel, kind of going over it in more depth as well. But it's just trying to understand highs and lows that price hasn't grabbed, because that's what gold loves to do. Loves to do. Comes up, tags the highs, sells off. Comes up, tags the highs, sells off. Comes up, tags the highs. That's why we're trying to get that sell off. And we haven't grabbed the lows. So that's why I like gold to come down into these lows here today. But for this London Open on gold, with that hourly closing, tagging highs bearish, tagging lows bullish, it is in a little bit of a range this morning, but we have time. We got time, you guys. We got time. We got time. Can you explain why you would look for sells on gold from 48.50 specifically? Because we have this nice double bottom target, and 48.50 is the levels that gold in the high time frame loves to respect. Loves to respect the 50s and loves to respect the 100s as well. You know, 4900, 4850, 4800. These are the levels that gold loves to respect. And if you look here left, you can see 4850 is a strong level. You bounced here, you bounced here, you had a huge bounce here, huge bounce here. So it's just a nice round psychological level that gold loves to find resistance off. And not only that, is the reason for shorting gold is because you just hit highs and closed bearish without really grabbing any significant lows. But I'm not just going to, remember, we don't just sell gold just because it's 48.50. We sell gold because we've got downside targets, daily close bearish. So it's just a nice intraday resistance level. What do you think about NQ 1 hour charts? Let's have a look. NQ is just extremely bullish. 4th of the 7th, 26. What do I think about the hourly chart from last Tuesday? I'm not 100% sure what you mean there, man. The hourly chart from last Tuesday, I'm not too sure what you mean. Sorry. But NQ again, NQ is very bullish. Very bullish. Yeah, silver does have some nice upside targets today. Very nice upside targets. Nice double top targets above. See, which is interesting because gold's got downside targets, silver has upside targets. So usually I want to see gold and silver kind of in sync. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here on Goldie. You know, if we break back below VWAP, I will also just short it from there, because below VWAP down into the lows is still like a 120 tick range minimum. And remember, there's the potential to have a deeper retracement. So if we tag hourly highs, I'll get short above there. Or if we break below VWAP, I'll see if I can get short from there. Letting the markets come to us here, guys. Letting the markets come to us. Anything else you guys looking at? You know, feel free to send it over. It doesn't have to just be gold. We can look at some other markets here as well, guys. How did Bitcoin go yesterday? Still trying to see if Bitcoin can come lower. But we're right back up. Right back up. Struggling around that 75,000 region on Bitcoin. I really want to see Bitcoin roll over. But we're holding up pretty strong. Pretty strong. Goldie, let's see what Goldie gives to us today, guys. Let's see. Remember, there's not much on the news. Not much on the calendar today. So could London range before maybe we get some moves closer to pre-New York? Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. In these ranges, we don't really want to, we don't really want to think too much. We've got our targets, we've got our levels. Now we just need to let the markets come to us. Let the markets come to us. Right now, it's looking like we may break a little bit higher. At what point would I flip the bias from shorts to buying gold? I don't really know, to be honest, because you've kind of grabbed all my levels of interest. Like this was my main trade this week. This was our main trade that we've been talking about all week, was buying gold back up into these highs from 48.90. That was the big long trade that we killed this week, which is a phenomenal push. Hundreds of ticks on the cards in that trade. We made great money trading that. But above there, I don't really know, to be honest. Where would gold come to next? I mean, could you come back up and retest 5,000? It's possible. I would say if you're going to retest 5,000, you'll probably pull back more first. You're very likely have to grab, you know, some sort of liquidity before having that push. So in either way, you know, this area that we're in right now, it is strong resistance. It is. It's a big strong level. If we break above it, fantastic. Then we can clear these next ranges pretty easy. But it's a big if right now. Did we just wick the highs there? Let me see. Did we wick the highs? If we wick the highs as a potential shorts, not quite. Got very close. Very close. Very close. Let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look. Look at that. Just as I said, Bitcoin analysis today. Bitcoin holds bullish structure. Path towards 80,000 remains. There you go. They're predicting up to 80,000 on Bitcoin. What chart's this? Where is this? Bitcoin to 80,000, the 4-hour chart. They got a bit of a channel coming up. I'm just reading this on Bitcoin. They got a bit of a channel coming up. Maybe Bitcoin drive higher. See, I would like Bitcoin to come lower. Bitcoin future trading a slight premium. Institutional sentiment remains cautiously optimistic despite recent geopolitical volatility. Illustration, not a forecast. No real Asia setup today with it pushing up after bearish closure. See what? Yeah, what was Asia today? What do you have in Asia today? Yeah, not really too much. You kind of pushed up and then you pushed down. I wouldn't really care about buying this move. I think, yeah, the nicest move here today, yeah, it would probably be like these shorts. I don't think there was too much in Asia today. Do you guys take any trades, or are you just kind of just sitting on the sidelines? I don't really see too much here for Asia. You kind of tag lows bullish, but I wouldn't really be buying it because I mostly want to be selling. Maybe if you wicked highs, you could have shorted this move down here, but not really. I don't think there'd be too much to watch in Asia. Oh, look at this. We got gold wicking out these highs here, guys. So we've just wicked out the highs. If we break back below, I'm going to get short. There's that nice tag of previous hourly highs. So gold's following the plan here. Now all we want to see is just a bit of a breakout. Confirm that we're breaking to the downside, and then we'll see if we can follow these markets for about 100 tick moves lower. Barely watch charts. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I don't think there was too much in Asia. I think if you sat on hands, it's probably a good idea. Imagine me at the gas station. Nice, Bruno. Let's see. If we break down here, guys, we're going to see if we can get short here. We got first 15 of London Open coming in here. Trade the 15, but it's the first 15 closure. Let's see. 15 is tagging highs and starting to get back below. 30-minute, which is also tagging previous highs, trying to get back below. So to me, there's a potential short on the cards here very soon. Risk is going to be around about 66 ticks to see if we can squeeze down for about 135. So we got gold following the plan here, guys. We want price to come up, tag the highs, get back below. Well, that's exactly what we've done. We come up, tag the highs, now we're getting back below. So let's see if there's a short in this 5-minute closure in 2 minutes. I was going to sneeze, it went. That's nice to see gold following the plan. Again, what's the significance of this dotted line? This is previous hourly highs. What do we know gold loves to do before having a sell-off? Loves to tag previous highs or lows. Well, for a sell-off, we came up, we've tagged the highs. So if we can now break back below, fantastic. Let's see if we can short this. With it being in such a tight range, it's not going to be a fast-moving trade. I doubt it anyway. It's probably going to need a little bit of breathing room above these highs and just see if we can grind lower here. I really want to see us break back below this support. Because intraday right now, we've broken above, we're holding it, so if we break below it, fantastic, then we can see if we can follow it down. Now we're trying to, the markets so far are doing exactly what we want, so let's see if we can break out, and then fantastic, we can react off what we're thinking. We react off what we think once the markets show us what we're thinking is correct, in the form of price breaking back below. So potential shorts and 1 minute here on gold. Let's have a look. Euro analysis, yeah, we can have a look. I don't think it's, Euro doesn't really move that. You can see it's very choppy. Idea was buying yesterday on Euro, so that was the short from yesterday. Remember we spoke about Euro come down and grab these lows. It came down, you grab lows, now you grab the highs. I don't think there's really anything of interest here with the Euro. We'll look at it probably in a second, but I think gold's way nicer. You just chop them. That was a great buy yesterday. Remember in London we spoke about the Euro coming down to tag these lows here before getting back above? Look at that. So again, it's exactly what we did. So the Euro played out perfectly yesterday. Played out absolutely perfectly. Came down, tagged lows, got straight back to the highs. So that was a phenomenal short and an even better buyback higher. So Euro analysis yesterday was perfect. For today on the Euro, I mean, you're tagging daily highs, you're tagging daily lows. It's pretty indecisive. I think yesterday was a much nicer, or even here, look at this, in Asia, buying up into the highs. But now that you grab these highs, you've also grabbed the lows. I would be cautious of a bit of a range. 5 minutes here, guys. Let's see if gold has a bit of a pullback. I'd like to get short here. I'd like to get short. Start off 1, see if we can scale in for 2. Let's see. Let me just change this to... Remember, guys, lock in your risk management settings for the day. Set your personal day loss limits. And lock in them features. If we get a bit of a pullback, I'll see if I can get short here on gold. Short and back down into the same idea as when we started the stream. Back down into that 32 level. 4832. If we can get short here on Goldie. Look at the ticket. Yeah, we can have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let me just see what we want to see. I just want to see a little bit of a pullback to get short here on gold. Because if I sell it from here, my risk reward is a bit average. I want to see if we can squeeze up a little bit more. I want to get at least a 1 to 2 on this trade on gold. So let's see. I mean, it's very similar to NQ and ES, where you've just had this phenomenal recovery. Great push up here from whole entire month of April. You know, we're up 17% off the lows. So what do we do from here? I would keep it super simple. I wouldn't think too much. I would be buying up into all-time highs. I'll be buying up into some new highs. Oh yeah, look at that, straight back up. Let's wait, guys. Nice spot, Sean. I'd want to see, again, it's a little bit, it's the same as NQ, it's a little bit tough. I would want to see price maybe come back down, tag some of these pre-London lows, retest VWAP, and then see if you can get back above. It's a very tough market to trade. Why? Because we would be buying at the highest point of this whole entire move up. Which if I was buying this market, I'd be buying, you know, back down here or back down here. Up here, it's very difficult. I would expect probably a big range for maybe a whole entire day. Let's see. Let me see if there's a potential sell stop here on gold. If we re-break low, I'm going to see if we can get tagged in a sell stop with some volume. If we just break back above, that's fine. I want to see if we can re-break these lows and get some volume here on Goldie. We are just chopping though, guys. Sell stop, because if we don't break low and we just continue pushing up, that's fine. I'll just wait. How many guys have changed the order filled noises here on Topstep? The order fills, the take profit, and the stops. I saw some pretty funny ones going around on Instagram. Darren had a very funny one for when he takes profit on a trade. There's some very funny ones. I haven't changed mine yet. I'll have to change it to something good before we jump on. But yeah, Baron's one for locking out, yeah. That's what it was, yeah. It's very, very, very good. I'm going to see if I can get short around the flip here. There we go. I'm in short here on Goldie. I'm just going to risk up this high. Risk about 55 ticks. Trying to see if we can squeeze this down for about 140-ish ticks. Let's see here, Goldie. See if we're going to be good to us. See if we're going to be good to us here, Goldie. Yeah, there's been some very, very funny ones going around. I need to get creative. I need to get creative without getting the show cancelled here. Yeah, Baron's one for locking out is very good. That's what I meant. Yeah, locking out is very good. We got 30-minute close coming in about 12 minutes here as well, guys. See if Goldie's going to break this support. I'm only risking above this current 5 high because if we come up for a new high here, we'll probably come much higher anyway. So I don't need risk any more than 55 ticks here. Can you offer a service to do personalized recordings for people? We can make it happen. We can make it happen. How much though? How much do we charge for that? Personalized service to do recordings for people. Can be like a cameo. That's a deal. Done deal. I'm gonna remove the hard TP, guys. Just see how I want to see how we react on these lows. If we break them and retrace lower, fantastic. Where's the daily open here on gold? The daily open is much lower. That will get that low here in London. Wait, did I just draw that on, or did I just pretend to draw that on? I swear I just drew in the daily open. Oh, there it is. Wait, let me just draw it from here. Where are we? 5-minute daily open. Yeah, all the way back down here. That's actually very far. Whether we get that low today, we'll see. Somewhere down there. All right, there we go. We've got gold driving, trying to break low here, guys. Just a signal service will do. Yeah, probably more beneficial, to be honest. I don't know, what would you rather? Cameo service or a signal service? I think cameo service, to be honest. I'd probably wait for the 30-minute close, to be honest, Tim. See how this 30-minute close before we manage. The only thing with our entry is around a level price could easily retest before driving lower, so you can only probably manage if we re-break these lows, and if we re-break these lows, I think we will come much lower here, guys. Oh, there we go. Good morning, gold. Good to see you here. Gold finally waking up here, guys. Creating a bit of a triple bottom down here as well. Let me see if I can get short one more here. Let's see if we get short one more. We got a 30-minute close coming in about 10 minutes here. Let's see. Let me see. I really want to see price come anywhere near this entry. The maximum level I want to see price come to now is like here, maybe. That's the most amount I would want to see gold retrace to, which is kind of would be right around my entry. So if I go to break even too quick, it could hit my break even before going lower. So I want to be open to understanding that my entry is around a level where price could retest before doing something else. So either I manage, accept the break even and get right back in, or I just accept the risk. Let's see how this see how these couple of candles close here, guys. We got 10 minutes until this 30-minute candle closure. How's that 30-minute looking? Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. We just tagged highs and we're starting to break back lower. We got 1, 2, 3 equal lows down here as well. So yeah, my stop around the open of this 30-minute is good enough for me. I'll probably bring it right there. I wouldn't want to see price come anywhere near the open again, because if you come near the open, you're going to flip bullish. So yeah, stop is around 38 ticks. Risking about 38 to see if we can squeeze about 120, 30-ish. Any of these markets waking up? Let's have a look. What we got? NQ, NQ, NQ. Still squeezing higher. Silver. Let's have a look. We got silver. Silver's still coming lower as well, with the double top sitting above. Silver is not as nice as gold right now. To be honest, I'm happier to be in gold than silver. Silver's trying to get back above as well. Let's see here, guys. Let's see. We're creating a lot of lows down here. the more we bounce off here, I don't want to get chopped up, but the more we bounce off here, the more people try to buy, the more likely you are to see it squeeze lower. There's a lot of rejections off these lows. I just don't want to get too chopped up in here in London again. Yesterday was very choppy before New York did the move, so I don't want to get too chopped up in London. My stop is around the opening of this 30, guys, because if we come near that opening again, then the 30 minutes gone from being bearish to all of a sudden it will start to get back bullish. If it starts to get back bullish, I don't want to be short. So I can keep my stop around the opening of this 30. I'm short 3 micros here as well. I'm trying to scale into this winning trade, but if we chop, I will manage. But to me, it's a good trade. We've grabbed highs. We've kind of grabbed all necessary highs. Here, look, we grabbed the highs. Oh, not quite. Here, look, we grabbed the highs, sold off. We've grabbed the highs, try and sell off. What have we not done? We haven't grabbed any of the lows. Haven't grabbed any of the lows. Yeah, odd PA if it keeps grabbing, if it keeps leaving ungrabbed lows. Yeah, if it keeps leaving all of these lows here, then yeah, I think it will probably take until New York. And I think in New York session, you can see some very decent downside moves. So if it doesn't work here, I will wait for New York. I'm not gonna, I don't want to get too chopped up here in London before New York could just come in and just send gold much lower. So I'm just gonna keep my risk where it is, guys. If it doesn't work, that's fine. It was a nice, look at that. We had some really good volume. Looking like we're gonna get a nice drive low. We hit about 90, 80-ish ticks straight back up. It was looking like we had a great entry there. A really, really, really good entry. Weight highs bearish, broke back lower, now tagging lows bullish. So what does this price action tell us? If we're tagging highs bearish and then tagging lows bullish, to me this price action tells us that we're ranging. The maximum I'll give my trade a chance in this range is like 2, which I'm kind of at right now. I thought we were going to be good to us today, Goldie. Look at this 30, guys. Let's go to a clean chart here. Look at this 30. Gone from being nice and bearish to all of a sudden, we are starting to wick all the way right back above. I mean, even if this 30 does close doji, there's still the possibility to come lower, but like I said, I don't want to get chopped up. Look at that 30. Gone from being nice and bearish, looking like we're going to break VWAP, to the last 5 minutes here, wicking all the way back above. So, management is key here, guys. Management is key. There you go. Yeah, I'm out. Minus $120 there, guys. Minus $120, 3 micros. I'm happy with that management. Where do we get short from? Where do we get short from? Look at all these little paper cut losses recently. Annoying little paper cut losses the past 2 days. Around 41. Around 41. Where are we? Somewhere around, average entry, I think it's somewhere around here. Got out about there. Look at this drive lower. Let me just save this. I'll post it on X as well, guys. Let me go. I'll post this here. Yeah, the idea is definitely is a good trade. It's just there's just no volume. There's just no volume here for London. Like I'm very confident you will see these lows grab today. I'm very confident you'll see price grab these lows. I just don't want to get chopped up here for London. Like I say, minus $121 is absolutely fine. But this price action, you know, we're pushing up and then we're pushing down and then we're pushing up. It's like, yeah, we want to be careful in here. Don't go too crazy here, guys. I was short 3 micros and cut my trade at minus $121. Like, that's absolutely fine. On this 100k account here, this week's been pretty choppy for me. Even though I did miss some trades, this week's been pretty choppy. I had a great trade Tuesday on this account. I had like $700 on my other account, but yeah, it's kind of just been little small paper cut losses this week. You know, like I say, Monday and Tuesday were great days. Didn't maximize this day on this account, but I did on the other and personal. Then today and yesterday just kind of been, yeah, just a little bit of noise. Like I say, the direction still makes sense here on gold, but yeah, the range is not worth the mental capital. You know, I'm happy to trade the range, but if it doesn't work, manage the risk. Manage the risk and wait. We got 30-minute close coming in 3 minutes here as well, guys. This 30-minute close is going to be key. Yep, 30-minute routine. Yep. Yep. Didn't grab any of the lows. If I want to get short again on gold, what do I want to see? I mean, look, let's just look at this from a clean chart perspective. Does it make sense that prices range right now? Absolutely it does. Why does it make sense that prices range right now? Well, let's not overthink. Where's our range? Here's our support. Here's our resistance. What is price doing? Absolutely nothing. So I'm happy to give the range a try and short the breakout when I see signs of volume, which is that breakout. But if it doesn't work, you know, don't overthink too much, guys. Here's support, here's resistance. Just wait. If price breaks back below, cool, then maybe we just follow the markets. Like I say, make back $121 in 5 minutes once we do get that breakout and volume. But in here, take the loss and wait. Take the loss and wait. Yeah, the old London range before ripping it all in pre-New York. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what we did yesterday. We kind of, where was our range yesterday in London? We ranged, we sold off, and it got completely ripped yesterday. That was our, these were our liquidity levels from yesterday. Range for London, range, broke back bearish, boom, straight back above. So we could, yeah, we could do something similar. So same thing again here today. Here's our liquidity levels for the day. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. So look, here's our resistance. What do we do? Come up, tag the highs, close back below. But remember, guys, if you've been taking these setups all week, all of last week, we've had great trades just tagging highs, selling off, or tagging lows and buying back higher. We've had phenomenal trades last week. Like all of these moves, tag lows, rip higher, tag lows, rip higher. You know, just because it doesn't work here right now, doesn't mean we need to start tilting or start strategy hopping. It just means we need to just let the markets come to us. Be patient here, guys. Be patient. Let me just put this on Exable. Short 3 micros. Posting this on X as well. You guys want X if you want to check it out? I've just posted it here. Like I say, just posted it here. Short minus $121, short 3 micros. This was the trade from yesterday as well. Took about minus 200 yesterday, and this was Sammy's reaction to the loss yesterday. But like I say, guys, look, you have days like this where you maximize these days, then these little small paper cut losses mean nothing. It's part of the business. Part of the business, part of the fun. But these are the days that, for some reason, make or break trades. But for us, it's just another day. Another day at the office. Sammy couldn't even look at you after taking an L. Yeah, that's true. That's how disappointed he was. He's like, I can't even watch this. I honestly can't even watch this. Where is he? Look at this. And he's doing the same thing right now, believe it or not. He's like, I'm not going to tune into these streams anymore. This is what I think of Aaron's trading in the range. Yeah. You expect me to watch this? Just seen that. No, that's a ridiculous question. That's what Sammy thinks of this question as well. That's what Sammy thinks of this London price action. Getting affected by the trades like he's never going to eat again. Yeah, Sammy still gets to live the good life. Sammy lives the good life. So if we want to get short here on gold, guys, I think all we want to see is just a 30-minute closure back below. Look at this hourly, though. It was looking nice. We were wicking the highs. We were trying to get back low, but it looks like a morning star. It looks like a bit of an evening star. Let's get rid of these arrows here. And remember, guys, the daily bias, is leaning towards bearishness today, but it's not very bearish. Why is it not very bearish? Because gold is still bullish. We've maximized this move up. Here, I can see gold just creating one big, massive range. So remember, guys, losing is part of the business. It's about how we lose. Do we lose? When we lose, do we lose everything and lose big, or do we keep our losses small and move on to the next trade? We keep our losses small and move on to the next trade. It's part of the fun here. Part of the fun. We have to become good losers because we are in the business of losing. It doesn't matter what level you get to, we're going to have wins and we're going to have losses. Do I watch football? Not a little bit, man. I do a little bit. I used to watch it more. But since moving to Australia, I'm also watch more UFC, actually. If we break back below, there's a chance again, but I think I might sit it out, to be honest. Who do I support? Oh, good question, man. I used to support Arsenal. Arsenal was my my team. Yeah, times in Australia to watch football are so hard. Oh man, who do you support, man? Who do you support? Yeah, you support us. I haven't watched football in a long time. Man City. Yeah, I think that calls for time in the waiting room. Straight into the waiting room. Yes, nice, George. But yeah, honestly, I haven't watched football in so long. Last time I watched football was actually just going to watch Barcelona play live. That was pretty fun. Watching live football, I do enjoy. It's pretty fun. Yeah, switch team, Sean. Arsenal about to bottle it. Yeah, it sounds about right. Sounds about right. But yeah, watching football in Australia, it's at like crazy times, so I don't really watch it anymore. But there was nothing like back in the day on a Saturday, firing up like a 10, putting a pound on like a 10-team accumulator and getting like one team away from winning. That's when football was fun. World Cup though, I'll absolutely be watching the World Cup. Because this year, England have actually, they called me the other day and they said this year it's actually coming home. The other years they were just joking, but this year it's actually coming home. So no one shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you guys know what they told me. All the other years when we said it was coming home, we were actually joking, but this year it's actually coming home. Can feel the, if Alad was here, he'd be raging. Where's Alad? Yeah, the amount of teams that didn't qualify was kind of crazy. So we're still holding up here, guys. We're still holding up. We got some nice lows down below. We're still kind of just chopping within this range. We're just hanging out here, guys. We're hanging out and we're taking the fields from Sammy here. If you guys are an X and you want to share some trades, remember, if you guys tag me at the Aaron Trades, if you hashtag London Open at Topstep TV at myself, I will see your guys' charts. So if you guys do want to share some trades, feel free to tag me, hashtag London Open. We'll grow the London Open community here. We got gold just kind of ranging. We have silver. See, this is where it's tough because, like I say, silver looks great for longs. Like, this is a nice Morningstar VWAP with a nice double top target. If gold wasn't looking bearish, I like this setup on silver. I'm not going to take it. I'm probably going to wait for close New York, but yeah, this looks nice. I don't like it when gold and silver aren't in sync though. NQ as well, guys. Morningstar, you're looking like NQ is just going to continue pushing orders ranging. Taking on a combine, yeah. I think that's nice. I think if you're going to trade silver, trade it on a combine. You know, just give it a shot. If it doesn't work, who cares? But it's at VWAP. You got targets. Why would we not take it? Give it a try. If it doesn't work, who cares? It's worth a shot. Part of the business. That's what we guys, want to get good at. We want to get good at just executing. If you guys see a trade, you think it looks nice, win or loss, take it. Doesn't work, cool, journal it. If it works, fantastic. But we learn by doing, not by watching. So if you guys are ever, not sure about a trade, I have combine. Sometimes I'll take a trade on a combine just to get a feel for the market or see if it ends up being a good trade. But yeah, don't overthink. So Morningstar at support targets, cool. Let's take it. Like I said, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not the end of the world. It's just another trade. Always be thinking about the next trade. If you guys haven't seen the documentary from the very old documentary from John Rambo, always just talks about just take the next trade. It's just a trade. Just take the damn trade. If it doesn't work, who cares? I wasted a lot of time in trading. Need to give that a watch. Have you not watched it, Sean? Have you not watched it? It's one of my favorite old school trading documentaries. Let me see if I can share it here. Listen to his interview. Yeah. Oh, you have to watch the documentary, man. It's so good. Yeah, I think he was one of Sydney's biggest futures traders. It's just I just love it. Like I said, I don't know why I love it so much, but I've just watched it so many times. I just think it's just incredible. Yeah, you guys watch it. It's honestly it's so good. So good. Yes, exactly, Ansho. Yes, exactly. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yes, Andy, definitely. Let's have a look. 100%, Andy. Let's fire up. We got time, absolutely. Let's have a look. So Andy's got a trade here whilst waiting for gold, guys. Let's break this down. It's good to see the trades, Andy. 100%. Let's have a look. So let me screenshot this and we'll bring it over here for a second. So trade for review. Let's have a look here, guys. Let me just have a quick look at gold. Gold still breaking high. That's fine. We got time here, guys. Let's have a look at this trade from Andy here. Let's see if I can. How can I share this with you guys? Let me do this. Can you guys see? Can you guys see Andy's trade here? Good job on sharing the losses, well, Andy. Let people share the losses. This is good to see. You guys, can you guys see this? You guys see this? Yeah, you can see it. So let's have a look. How can I zoom in here? Nice, 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 cool. So it's a trade from Andy Aaron. Took this hourly fake out, nice. Tagged the highs, closed below the range. Hourly fake out below support. Bearish bias, yes, absolutely. Would you have closed this trade sooner? So let's have. This is the hourly. So let's have a look at this on my Topstep chart here. This is the hourly. Let's do it on a clean chart. Let's have a look here. So you got short around. Let me just get rid of all of this for a second. You got short around here, I believe. Yep, short around here, risking off these highs here. Looking to target the lows down here. The reason for the trade, took the highs of the range, closed below. Bearish bias, yep, 100%. So you got the bearish daily bias, which is fantastic. Would you have closed sooner or let it hit hard stop? Let's see. Let me just get rid of this. So best thing about this chart here is you have the daily bias, fantastic. We have liquidity targets, fantastic. Maybe let's do it here, for example. It is a nice target. And we liquidated highs and we closed back below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a good trade? I'm gonna share what I think. I just want to see if everyone else thinks this is a good trade. Yeah, what do you guys think? I took the same one. Nice. Yep, cool. Yeah, to me, win or loss. I really like this trade. I really like this trade. So you have the daily bias, you got the clear targets. You can also see price closed below the wick of the low here. So that's a nice bearish engulfing candle after tagging highs. So yeah, I definitely think this is a good trade, man. Where would I close this trade? To be honest, like here. Because you can see here, these hourly candles were still throwing reversal signs. They were still throwing reversal signs. Like you're wicking back up. You didn't really close against you, so I'd walk away for the next hour. This hour closed bullish, but didn't really close above the high. So maybe I'd probably bring the risk down above this high. I wouldn't want to see it break that. But do I think this is a good trade in terms of entry-wise? Yeah, I like this trade, Andy. This is a good loss. This is a very good loss. I like this trade. It's just gold just ranging a little bit. And, you know, you would say even for price to maybe come down and re-grab these hourly lows, which is like what I'm trying to do here today. So yeah, this is a good loss. This is absolutely a good loss. I would also take this trade, man. I would also take this trade. Especially because that daily tagged highs and closed bearish, you'd be looking for price to at least come down to the open or maybe, you know, come back down and retest sub levels down here, which would give you around, yeah, around 170 ticks. Yep, I like this trade. I would take this trade. I would take this trade. To me, that's a good loss. Good job on sharing the loss as well, man. Good job on sharing the loss. What are we up to, Goldie? We were just chopping it, guys. Just chopping. Stayed out of it just because it had such a big push in Asia, so I was a bit unsure what Goldie wanted to do. Yeah, how much were we up at this point? We were up, what, 470 ticks? Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's the thing though, when you're... So what I would kind of do here is I would see that, yeah, we're up 400 ticks. Although I want to go short because the daily bias is bearish, I would be saying to myself, well, let me just walk away for the next hour. So I wouldn't short up here. This candle closing bullish. I'd want to see how the next hourly candle closes. As soon as I see it close straight back but down below, closing below the lows, bearish engulfing candle above a previous high with a bearish daily bias, yeah, I would take that short. Even if the price come down and re-grab these lows at least, then you kind of just crept back above, tagged highs bearish, and then straight back above again. So yeah, I like that trade. I would confidently take that trade. Absolutely. Let's have a look here. These markets. What are we up to here, Goldie? We're still kind of chopping around here, guys. So although we haven't grabbed these lows, this is exactly where Andy was shorting down into, which is also where I was shorting down into. We still haven't grabbed these lows. I still like the shorts on gold. I still like these shorts. Let's see here, guys. Let's see. Anything else you guys looking at? Feel free to send it over. I like that trade breakdown, guys. Good to see you. Like I say, good to see you guys sharing the trades. I like breaking down these trades, you guys, when we've got time. That's what it's all about here, guys. Not just about, you know, always jumping in and out of positions. It's about, you know, sometimes if the patience pays, well, whilst we're waiting for the patience, you know, feel free to share some trades, guys. What are we on here? What time is it? Coming up to 8:44 London time, guys. 8:44 London time. Let's see. I kind of just want to see if we can hang around for this hourly close here on gold, because that's kind of where I'm going to be able to make the next decision. I have to make my next decision on gold here based off this hourly close. Sammy's come to join the party. It's either a good sign or a bad sign. Silver as well. Let's have a look. Silver. Yeah, silver just hanging out. Silver's tough because, like I say, silver looks good for longs. It's not tough. The reason silver's tough is because I don't see the longs on gold yet. The only way I will see longs on gold is if we hourly actually closes above the previous hourly high. We close above that high, then there's a bullish breakout. Maybe I can consider longs, but there's not much targets. Whereas silver hasn't grabbed the highest point. You know, if silver had done this, then I'd be saying, you know, let's short silver. But because silver hasn't grabbed the highs, again, love to do the same thing as gold. One of my best trades this month has been on silver, all based off this exact thought process. NQ squeezing. Let's have, we had a quick look at the euro. I expect a bit of a range on the euro. Euro trying to come back lower. What I would be watching if you do get short the euro is shorts down into yesterday's low. Potential shorts down into yesterday's low. You got euro to potentially retrace back down into about 1.18. 1.18. 6C. Let's have a look. Canadian dollar. You guys like the currencies? Let's see. Canadian dollar. Also very bullish for the whole month of April, but we are now coming into potential reversal regions, or if not potential reversal regions, at least potential bounces. You can see here, we came down, we hit some major lows, we broke back above, we held it, we've ripped up this week. So this week is very bullish. You know, we're about halfway through the week, just over halfway through the week. This weekly is looking very bullish. But if we look to the left, this is big support, broke it, could hold it as resistance. So maybe we get a little bit of a, you know, anyone who's trying to buy this move up here in the Canadian dollar, maybe this is an area where they start to take profit. So there's potential to have a little bit of a pullback on the Canadian dollar. So I would look for potential pullbacks. Let's have a look here, guys. Let me see. Goldie, remember, guys, the last couple of minutes here on Goldie is where things can turn around. So be open to it. I'm open to Goldie here. This is where gold, you know, the last couple of minutes of this hourly is where things can turn around. If we do break down here, guys, I am open to giving this trade another chance. Don't just follow my trades blindly, guys. If I give this another chance and it doesn't work out, I can accept that risk. Maybe for you guys it might be a bit too much. Therefore, don't just take it just because I'm taking it. But because I'm so confident in my downside levels on gold, and I know we love to manipulate the last couple of minutes of the hourly, I'm open to giving it another chance. 2 micros again, because the ranges aren't crazy big today. I'm anticipating that this hourly is going to hold a bit of an evening star pattern to get short. If we look at gold on a clean chart here, I'm anticipating a hourly evening star here for price to come down into at least 48.30. 48.32, sorry. 48.32 is where I'm looking to short gold into. Let's see. The hourly starting to get back below. We've been super patient with here on Goldie. What do we have? Even down its lows, we got 1 micro. Would make back the 124. Not that I'm looking to make back losses, but it just shows how easy it is to make back losses when you keep your losses small. I've taken two losses? No, one loss, 3 micros. I'll make back that loss in a single trade once I get the confirmation again. They're trying to get back below that VI, but really holding that resistance at 48.50. I think you get a lot of people trapped in these longs here. That's what I'm really trying to. Same as here. You get a lot of people trapped in these shorts. What does price do? Tags the highs and then sells off. You get a lot of people trapped in these longs. You got a trend line coming up. You got big lows down here. What does price do? Loves to come down and squeeze out them early sellers. Let's see if we get a top wick on this next open. I'm going to see if I can short into this hourly close here. Bit of a rejection of VWAP. Let's see. What would the risk be? What would the risk be? Risking about another $80 would take me to about minus 200 for the day. I'll give myself at least 800 for the day here. Let's have a look, guys. See if the patience is going to pay. See if the patience is going to pay here. Where can I learn the full strategy? There's lots of videos on my YouTube channel, man. Lots of videos. Middle of the range. Yeah, it is middle of the range. Yep, it is. It's middle of the range, but the higher time frame's looking nice. Higher time frame's looking really nice. You're forming an evening star. You've tagged all highs, broken bearish. Tagged highs, broken bearish. You got some nice downside targets. Yeah, the only concern is the price action. But again, if gold can get some good volume at the last couple of minutes of the hourly candle closure. So let's see. Small size is key, exactly, absolutely. Let's have a look. England are potatoes. Imagine losing a Euro final to a team that failed to make the World Cup 3 times in a row. Failed to lose towards a team that cheated and pulled down our players as they were about to score a goal, you mean? I knew that would trigger someone. They cheated in the Euro finals. Fouled our player. Carried on like nothing happened. Not unacceptable. Gold pulling back up, you guys. No shorts just yet. I'm trying to see if we can get some volume here. Ooh, what would I be if I wasn't a trader? That's a great question. What would I be if I wasn't a trader? I mean, I guess I would probably be my old job, which was digital marketing. I worked in a search engine optimization beforehand. And I guess I probably would have had my own marketing agency, I like to think. If I too old, started too late. Started too late. Typical Sean. Why does everyone hate England? What's wrong with England? You'll all be sorry. But we'll circle back to the stream, don't you worry. 16th of April. When England win, we'll come back to the stream. Professional skateboarder. Yeah, that would have been the that would have been the goal. But you look at the level of skateboarding these days, I would never was even close. It's just kind of sad. Or like if I had to pick, like, what would I do if it wasn't for trading? Like in terms of what would I want to do? I guess it'd be like a travel YouTuber or something. Someone who goes around the world eating good food and traveling. That sounds pretty fun. I like to travel. I like to make videos. I like to eat food. That's like a pretty good job. Yeah, 100% in Spain as well, Sean. In Spain. We're trying to get back low here, guys. You can see we're just kind of holding this V up. I just want to see a little bit of a breakout. We got hourly close coming in about 6 minutes here as well. Trying to hang around this hourly close to see how we do this, guys. Oh, that's a great question. What was one world record you would like to break? Damn, I have no idea. That's a very, very good question. Maybe that's a goal. Break some sort of world record. Largest winning trade. Easy. Been there, done it. Been there, done that, man. You didn't see my $1,000 trade the other day? That was it, wasn't it? Was that not the biggest trade? Was that not the world record? I thought it was the world record. You see my 400 tick trade the other day? I submitted that to the Guinness Book of Records as being, I thought that was the biggest trade in the world on my X of A. Is that not it? Don't tell me that's not the biggest trade ever. We're trying to get back low here, guys. Last 5 minutes hourly. Remember, we got nice downside targets here on gold. Price to come down is these two lows here. I may wait for this hourly to close because we're probably going to close bearish back below. You're going to get next top wick on the hourly anyway. Do you build a buffer first when you enter an Express account, then withdraw? Yes, I give myself at least 2,000, ideally. At least 2,000. So for example, this account here is on around, like, I think 2,000 right now, almost 3,000. So I want to build this up to at least 4 before I do consider taking that payout. I like to give myself at least, at least 2,000. At least. Where are we, Cody? We're trying to get back below here, guys. We're tagging lows, tagging highs. Trying to get back below. This is where gold loves to give that volume. Oh, don't just squeeze it, Goldie. But this is the thing. This is why if you say there's zero volatility, well, this is what gold does. Gold gonna look choppy. You say it's not doing anything before the markets break out, and you do exactly what you want based off the hourly candle closures. So don't write gold off right before the hourly close, because that's when gold loves to move, loves to have that manipulation right before the hourly close. Exactly like the trade that I took on fast markets on Tuesday, 200 ticks in like 8 minutes, was buying right before that hourly close. So don't write gold off just because it's not moving right now. One candle can change anything. So this is gold trying to break back below here. I'd love to be short. I'm not yet. I want to see if the hourly can open and give me a short. So, YouTube guys, I will wrap up here, guys. It's been off about an hour. I do think this hourly is going to break nicely to the downside. Good small losses here, guys. I do believe you're going to see gold. Look at this. You're going to see gold squeeze these lows right as we're about to jump off it. Nice downside targets on gold, guys. The read has been perfect today. Just the volume hasn't done anything. You know, we spoke about price coming up to grab the highs and then coming down off the lows. Well, it's exactly what we're doing. We're just taking a long time to get there. So downside levels on gold today, guys, is price to come down to at least like 48.30 and potentially back down into the daily open. I'm not really looking to buy gold today. I am looking for shorts. You guys know my levels. We'll see what we get for the rest of the day. I'll be in the YouTube chat for fast markets later on if you guys are around. I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. Follow the levels, keep them on your charts, and then we'll catch back up tomorrow and see how they played out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Appreciate you tuning in. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.